Hi. I thought that I would film here a meditation for the eclipse. It is the night before the eclipse. I'm here in Calavera in Carlsbad, which is one of my uh, places in nature that always brings me in. And I thought I would do this meditation. We can't quite see it. It's a little bright. That's the volcano, the ancient volcano. And so this is where I come to, well, practice a lot of Qi Gong, which is a meditation that I'm going to do right now with us. We're going to do the five guardian animal meditation or the five organs. It's actually a medical, it's a medical Qigong practice meditation. Wudong is what it's called. And um, I thought that this would be appropriate because with the intensity of the eclipse, this eclipses already bring in a tremendous amount of amplified energy. It amplifies the lens of wherever the sun is moving through or the sun moon. Like with this, we're looking, which is kind of juicy. The sun and the moon are together right now. Of course, we can't see it because the light cancels out the visibility of the moon. But the moon is very close. We're just hours away from the eclipse. And what we also have, this lens is also through the North Node, which is what creates the eclipse. And the fact that this one is in Aries, what it does is it amplifies those energies of Aries, which is a very strong vibration. It is like we can really learn a lot about how Aries energy moves through its symbology of the ram. What does the ram do? It has a single-minded focus and it just literally lunges headfirst into whatever direction it's going. It does not let anything stand in its way, which can be a positive Aries um, piece of medicine, but it can, being that it's an eclipse, it can also be, um, we can end up maybe in situations where either we are being rammed or we want to ram somebody else. And so that can be with our words, that can be with literally our energy, the intensity of our energy. And so I felt like this was an appropriate meditation that will help to protect our fields, give nourishment to all of our organs, our five primary organs within the traditional Chinese medicine um, path. And, because also Aries is the archetype of the very healthy body, the very healthy physical body. And so we will be protected by, we have the animals that are going to be surrounding us. They're going to be nourishing our organs, and we will move into these next few weeks completely and totally protected, protected from outer forces and even protecting us from ourselves. And so let's go ahead. I'm going to sit down here myself. Oh my God, this is amazing. I love doing this. I will hope if this turns out, we will do more of these meditations like this, sitting out in nature. So go ahead and begin to take a few deep breaths in through the nose. Straighten your spine, but then relax. Let the shoulders go. And just feel your breath get heavy. Allow the breath to just move and circulate through your body, observing, seeing where exactly the breath is moving, allowing it to sort of go down into what's called the lower dantian at the base of the abdomen, the belly. This is a source of energy. This in Qi Gong, this is like our battery. This is where we fill ourselves up. Just take a few more deep breaths. Just feel the breath as though it has a magnetism to it. As you draw it in and exhale, just bring awareness as you bring this breath in, seeing it magnetize down into the lower belly and relax your muscles. Let the mind rest in the breath, the mind becoming more quiet, perhaps so quiet that it begins to sink towards that dantian all by itself. Feeling the belly expand as you inhale and relax as you exhale. Just maintaining that awareness and quiet mind. And now we're going to begin to visualize. And we begin by imagining, seeing the velvety night sky over our heads. And directly above our head, we see the Big Dipper. The ancient Taoists believed that the Big Dipper was the origin of our universe. Sort of like the center point of the Big Bang, that everything in life came from this place. So as you gaze at the Big Dipper, see it as a bridge that takes us back to our source. And begin to imagine the bowl of the Big Dipper filling up with a beautiful purple light to overflow. And see the Big Dipper begin to tilt and pour that brilliant purple light down like a waterfall, landing on top of our head. And see it pour down through the center of our body, through all of our energy centers, this purple light opening all of our energy centers as it passes through and leaves through the base of the pelvic floor. See this purple light go all the way down through the earth until it reaches the core of the earth. And see it cause a reaction at the core of the earth. And the earth energy bounces this light back up. And with it causes a beautiful, brilliant golden light to rise up from the earth. And it forms into a cushion underneath us. And that cushion starts to take the form of a bear, a great bear right underneath us. This golden bear with a golden aura of light, seated on this bear, we feel earth, that beautiful, nourishing, grounding, protective earth energy just filling up underneath us. The bear represents the power of the earth and the strength and the stability holding us from underneath. Now, as this purple light continues to pour down from our source, and the golden light and the golden bear coming up from beneath us, from the earth, we start to also feel into our hearts. Now, as we come into our hearts, imagine that the heart starts to swirl with a red light. And from this swirling red light, we see it shoot forward in front of our body as our heart produces a great red phoenix, a firebird that shoots out in front of the body about 6 feet in front of us. This firebird in front of us represents the best aspects of our heart, and it floats right in front of us, protecting us from the front, protecting our energy from any negative influences or any jarring energy coming toward us. We have this beautiful red phoenix firebird protecting us, protecting our heart. And now bring your attention to your kidneys behind you and your back. Your kidneys, as you focus on them, begin to glow blue. This deep, rich, dark blue. This blue shoots light behind us like a blue mist. And it forms a great black turtle and a snake wrapped around the turtle shell. And imagine a giant black turtle made of onyx or obsidian with this black snake wrapped around the shell. Just see it, this solid stone. And imagine this pair of animals are protecting us from behind, from any negative influences that we may not see, protecting our kidneys, protecting our back. And now we feel into our lungs. Imagine the lungs swirling with righteous white light. This white light shoots out of the right side of our rib cage and fills a mist outside of the right side of our body that forms a great white tiger with sharp teeth and claws and guards us from our right. And then we begin to feel our liver. Our liver begins to glow with green light. And even though our liver is on our right, we're going to imagine the green light and mist shoot out of our left side of our body to fill the left side of our body with this green mist, which forms into a great coiling green dragon, protecting us from our left. And now we're going to begin to merge these colors together and see if you can imagine all of these colors, the purple light from the stars pouring down, the golden bear of the earth beneath us, the red phoenix from the heart in front of us, the black turtle snake surrounded by blue mist behind us, the white tiger to our right, and the green dragon to our left. And now we begin to imagine that all 4 of the animals that have projected from our organs begin to march in a circle around us, going clockwise. Those animals start to go around us faster and faster Their mist and color glowing from them starts to blend and mix until they start to go so fast, faster and faster, that they all just blend together. And just as it appears, as though like a rainbow of swirling light around us, we imagine that this rainbow of light can deflect and transmute and transform any negative energy sent our way, whether that's from astral beings or from simply the people that are within our sphere, our coworkers, people we interact with us, strangers. All that other energy or any negative energy is all repelled and dissolved by this field of swirling rainbow light. And imagine that you can breathe back in the red light from that swirling field back into your heart. And just focus on that for a minute. And breathe that red light back from the heart after it's sat there into the field. We'll do the same thing with the blue. Breathe the blue light from the field into the kidneys. Feel them in the kidneys. And now breathe it back from the kidneys into the field. And now breathe the white light from the field into our lungs. Filling your lungs up, and now breathe it back into the field. Breathe the green light from the field into the liver, filling, nourishing the liver. And now breathe it back into the field. And now imagine all of these at once. We breathe the colors of light from the field into the organs. And now as we exhale, the colors of light back into the field all together as it continues to swirl. And what we're doing is we're connecting our internal energy to the external. Experiencing these animals gives us a way to experience our own energy outside of ourselves. There are always two layers of energy to ourselves: our internal energy and how it projects outside of us. And sometimes the best way to deflect negative energy is to cultivate our own positive energy within us and let that fill up the space around us. So we can begin to imagine that that field spins so fast that it becomes invisible. And as though we don't even have to imagine it there anymore, but that those animals are there around us, guarding us with their spirits, with their energy and protection. And now imagine that the purple light starts to concentrate in the lower dantian at the base of your belly, and that the great bear of the earth just remains below us. We feel strong and supported, and that the Big Dipper, our bridge to the source, remains above us, keeping us connected to our purpose And that in the lower dantian, a pearl forms, balancing it all, integrating it all, and connecting us back to our inner stillness. No matter what is going on around us, we have that pearl to focus on. Throughout this cycle or any other time that you feel you need this protection. And looking around as we close this meditation, you can open your eyes. And where I'm sitting, I have nature coming up. I don't know if I could do this with my computer. I have snails all coming up and around me. I don't know if you could see it, which is interesting. I'm very at peace right now. And the snails are coming and hanging out, bringing us their smooth, literally smooth, fluid movement. And yet they have that shell of protection that they can go into. I love their little piece of medicine here. So have an incredible cycle, an incredible eclipse.